What is going on today? We are talking about how to come up with video ideas fast. Welcome to another TubeBuddy educational live stream to help you grow your YouTube channel, understand what's going on in the platform, and really rock out on YouTube. So today we are talking about how to come up with video ideas so that you never, ever are stuck in that moment, right? You're never stuck in that moment saying, oh no, I don't have any video ideas. What am I going to make a video about? How am I going to do this? I don't know how I can make a video when I don't have video ideas. That doesn't make any sense, right? So today I'm going to take you through the process of how you can come up with some video ideas for YouTube. Not just some, but literally an endless sea, regardless of the niche that you're in. So make sure that you hang out for the full stream here because we're talking about that. And like I'm showing you how to do that. And in addition to that, we're also answering your YouTube questions as well. So if you have a YouTube question that you want answered, make sure that you leave it in the document that Andrew is putting down in the description below right now. And Andrew, real quick, I want to give a props out to Andrew Can in the chat. Say thank you, Andrew, very much for moderating the chat today. We are going to have a good time, and we will go ahead and we will get right into it. So the topic of today, like I was saying a second ago, is how to come up with video ideas for YouTube, right? Because we all know that coming up with video ideas can be difficult sometimes, right? We know that coming up with video ideas is something that, it might be a little, tough at times, so to speak. So I'm going to help you with that. So real quick, I'm going to pull up the TubeBuddy channel here, and I'm going to show you the very first thing that you can use here to come up with video ideas for YouTube. And real quick, I just want to give a couple of shout outs here in the chat. Colette K, what is going on? Nice to see you. It is fantastic to see that you are, it's not fantastic to see that you're currently having problems with coming up with video ideas, but it's fantastic to see you in the chat and know that this is going to be providing some type of value to you. Sabby BGTV, what is going on? Nice to see you in here as well. Yuri Bruce, nice to see you. And Keeping It Dutch, nice to see you, as well as Beanie Draws, always Pale Rider TV, and a bunch of others that I always love to see in the chat. So let me change my screen here. Boom, there we go. So the very first thing that you can use to come up with video ideas is, of course, we're going to lean on TubeBuddy for this one. That's right, we're going to lean on TubeBuddy, and we are going to go into the video topic planner. So once you are in the video topic planner, and Andrew, this is actually a little bit unexpected because I actually prepared this in mine until I actually logged in here, and then now I realized that, hey, I should have prepared this in here instead. But basically, inside of the topic planner, what you can do here, right, is you see, like in this particular situation, it has, like this is the actual topic itself, and then he has some notes on the topic. But where this is really powerful is if you see this green button right up here, and if you have a TubeBuddy account, make sure you follow along. If you don't have a TubeBuddy account, you can go ahead and install it through the link in the description down below, and so that you can follow along for all of this. If you don't have the app, you may also want to go ahead and pick up the app as well, because TubeBuddy now has a mobile app, just in case you didn't know. But what you want to do is you want to go up to this green button up here, and you want to click on Add Topic. Now, what you're going to see when you see that Add Topic is you're going to see what's trending, right? A humongous question that I always get is, how do I know what's trending? How do I know what's trending? This right here, this tells you, there we go, this right up here is going to tell you what is trending right now on YouTube. So you can say, okay, well, if I make general types of content, then this is going to be a good thing for me. This is something that I can go in and I can hop on breaking news. I can hop on topics that people are going to be talking about in mass, which is also going to increase my chances of being able to raise my channel up out of the ashes, so to speak, if I can get a good position or get suggested next to a strong video from using trends. But like right here, you can see, there's a ton of different topics right now that are trending on YouTube. Now, another thing that you can do is you can go to this next tab, right? And this next tab is going to show you what's trending for a specific topic, right? So just for fun, we're going to put in Donald Trump, and we're going to see what comes up here. So here, this is basically telling you things that are specifically trending around Donald Trump. So if you were trying to if you were making, say, political content and you wanted to come up with a topic to where you said, hey, I want to talk about Donald Trump. I want to talk about some of the things that people are speaking about or some of the things that are taking off in terms of topics directly related to him, then this is going to give you all of those ideas based on things that people are interested in right now. Now, if you're trying to make evergreen content or something like that, we're going to get into that right here in a minute, so hang on to that. And this is also going to help you with regardless the type of content that you're making. This isn't just for political content or anything like that, or just for people that are riding on trends. This is going to help you regardless of the type of content that you make. So in addition to this, they also have comment suggestions, right? So here, this is basically things that are coming in from the comments that you can actually mark inside of TubeBuddy next to the comments that will drop it in here so that you can say, oh, I got to remember to make a video about this because this is something that my audience is wanting me to make content about, so that you can, you know, cater to the needs, so to speak, of the people that are watching your videos. And then in addition to that, this is also going to give you some additional ideas on recent, you know, related videos to other things. Hey, look, I'm in there. I like to see that. On some other things that you may be talking about and so on. But this is a really, really powerful tool for adding this type of trending type thing. So if you're making that type of content, any type of news content, any type of content to where you're leaning on what is hot right now, this is what you want to use. There we go. This is what you want to use to make sure that you are on top of the trends so that you can try to attach to those trends, which, depending on what it is that you're attaching to, can really make a difference. Now, how this works specifically inside of TubeBuddy, I want to show you this. So let's go to the What's Trending tab again, right here at the very front. Now, all you have to do to put this into your actual topic planner, let's say that we're going to be talking here about school closings. Let's say we're going to be talking about champion leagues is what it is that we're going to be talking about. All you have to do is you click on this plus icon right here. Boom. Right? And then it's going to load the Champions League up here, and then you click add. And then now you have Champion Leagues as a title. And then what you can do from there is you can start writing your script. If you want to, you can start doing research on other competitors to see who it is that you can try to get in there next to, or something like that. Or you can just write some bullet points and say, hey, these are the key topics that I want to talk about because this is trending. I'm trying to get on this right now. This is trending. I need to get on this. So I'm just going to put some bullet points together so that I can get on this as fast as humanly possible. So that is the very first thing that you can use to come up with video topics. Now, that, whoa, uh-oh, just lost that. There we go. Hold on. Boom. Okay, so we just talked about the TubeBuddy topic planner. The next up on the list that you may or may not be aware of is the TubeBuddy Tag Explorer. So we're going to get into some non-TubeBuddy stuff as well, but I want to show you how powerful this tool is. In addition to all of the other things that TubeBuddy does for you, I want to show you some more things about, hey, these are other places of value that you can lean on in terms of TubeBuddy being a very strong value for you. So now I'm going to go back into the desktop view here so you can follow along here. So again, if you have TubeBuddy installed, you can just follow right along with me with what's going on the screen over here. If you don't have TubeBuddy installed, make sure that you install it through the link in the description below. And again, you can also do almost everything that I'm talking about right now in the new TubeBuddy app. So make sure, if you have not yet installed the TubeBuddy app for your iPhone, make sure that you do that right now. And they have an Android version coming soon, so hold your horses if you are waiting for the Android version. So once we are back into the TubeBuddy admin here, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the Tag Explorer, right? Now, this is really cool because in this particular case, right, like, let's say that you're like, okay, well, you know what? I make videos about, I'm a travel vlogger. I make videos about travel vlogging, right? And I happen to be in Chiang Mai, right? Let's say that. So what we can do is we can say, okay, well, I'm trying to come up with something so that I can try to rank my travel vlog for search, right? Or my local travel vlog for search. So what I would do in that case is I would say, hey, I'm in Chiang Mai. What are people looking for in Chiang Mai? And I would type that in here, and I would hit Explore, and then TubeBuddy is going to start showing me all of these tags, right? Now, these tags are things that you would also, you know, add to the tags of your video, depending on what it is you're trying to rank for. But another thing that you can use this for is if you scroll down here, you're going to see, okay, well, people are looking for Chiang Mai cost of living. People are looking for things to do in Chiang Mai. People are looking for Thai street food, right? People are looking for digital nomad cost of living. People are looking for Chiang Mai food. And this is giving you even more ideas that you can use for whatever topic it is that you are that you're trying to get in on. And just like the video topic planner, we also have the trending tab here, to where this is going to show you related searches and that are directly related to that same topic. So if we go down here, we're talking about like nightlife in Chiang Mai. We're talking about Chiang Mai massages. We're talking about all types of interesting things over here that you could make videos about. If you click on the auto-suggested tab, this is awesome. And a little power tip for you, if you are trying to rank your videos in YouTube, remember that Google, and I'll come back to this right here in a second, but remember that Google is the first largest search engine in the world. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, right? If you rank videos on YouTube, you can also rank videos on Google, on Yahoo, on Bing, and so on. So you want to make sure that you are also keeping these things in mind when you're actually coming up with the actual titles that you want to use in your videos and the tags that you want to use in your videos and all that depending on the video that you're making, you might want to optimize that video fully for the sake of ranking it in Google more so than YouTube, or trying to rank it in both. But each video that you put out, it's very important that you have a purpose for it. And some you're going to try to rank them in Google, some you're going to try to rank them in YouTube as well. But that's a little side power tip that doesn't have anything to do with video ideas, but it's something that I think is important for you to know. So back on this, we have, in this particular situation, right, we have the auto-suggested, and this is basically, if somebody's looking for Chiang Mai, they would see, we've also got, Chiang Mai nightlife, Chiang Mai travel, the elephant sanctuary, food, apartments, massage, girls, night market, street food, all of this stuff specifically on YouTube. But if you look over here, this is also things that people are looking for on Google that is directly related to the search term that you're trying to rank for, or that you're trying to come up with an idea for, right? So if you're like, okay, I'm in Chiang Mai, I'm travel vlogging, or I'm just vlogging in general in my local area, then I would put in, instead of Chiang Mai, let's say that you're in Cincinnati, right? Say you're in Cincinnati, Ohio, in the United States, and you are a vlogger, right? So in that case, you could say, okay, well, I'm going to type in Cincinnati here, and we've got like Michigan versus Cincinnati, Cincinnati tennis, Texans versus Cincinnati. You have all this fun stuff that you could make videos about. You could go on there and you could do a whole thing about Cincinnati rappers as an example, or anything like that. You could build your vlog around all of these different topics. So this is extremely powerful and valuable when it comes to trying to come up with video ideas for YouTube. So the next thing that you want to lean on when it comes to video ideas for YouTube is you want to lean on autocomplete for Google and for YouTube. So as an example, I'm going to pull my screen up here again real quick. And one thing that you can do is, let's say that you are talking about fishing, right? All you have to do is go up here to the autocomplete and you can say fishing. And here we have fishing videos, fishing fails, fishing in the sky, fishing planet, challenge, all of that stuff, which gives you a great start, right? You can also back it up and you can put a little underscore there and you can say fishing space, and then you see all of this other stuff. And then you can say like A, right? And you see fishing and cooking, fishing at Bass Pro Shops, fishing accidents. These are all things that if you were making fishing videos would be a fantastic start for you. And all you do is you just keep going through the alphabet, and this is going to show you exactly what people are looking for around the general topics that you are trying to or wanting to build your channel around. So Midnight Madness 4x4 is in the house. So I'm going to use him as an example here. And we are going to say monster trucks, right? So the topics that he could talk about, because he makes monster truck videos, so the topics that he could talk about is he could talk about monster trucks for children, monster trucks in the mud, monster truck videos, monster truck movies for toddlers, trailers, all of that stuff. But then he can also add the alphabet to it. Monster truck accidents, monster trucks at the beach, monster trucks and race cars, adventures, all of this stuff right here, best tricks, blowing up, beaming drive, best moments. All of this is stuff that he would be able to lean on and make content around. So you have an endless sea just from this specific search right here. Now, in addition to that, let's say that we are going to do monster trucks again right here in Google search. So something that is really powerful here is if you go down to the bottom of the page, right, and it's actually getting covered up by my little thing here. So let me move that over real quick. And you know what? I'll actually just turn it off for a second so I can show you this. So in this particular situation, right? So in addition to also having the stuff that people search for on YouTube, now you also have the stuff that people are searching for in Google, and you would apply that same exact thing in terms of using the alphabet for things that people are looking for, right? So if you scroll down a little power tip here as well is you can go down to the very bottom of Google here. I actually picked this this tip up from my friend Trip from tripadvice.com from the YouTube channel TripAdvice. He has over 500,000 subscribers on his channel, just crushing it. But if you go down here, you also see down in the very bottom. Let me see if I can zoom this in without breaking anything, and it looks like I can. So you're going to see down here in the very bottom, you're going to see that it says searches related to monster trucks, right? So in his particular case, he could say, okay, well, in addition to whatever topic that I was initially coming in here, these are also things that people are actually looking for around monster trucks, right? So because of that, that also gives him in that situation, or you, if you build your topics around that, that gives you that ammo that you need, so to speak, in order to keep coming up with video ideas on a regular basis from the autocomplete on YouTube and from Google. Now, the next thing on our list is Keyword IO. Now, Keyword IO is really cool. I like this site a lot when it comes to trying to come up with video ideas, because what this does is it takes the and this is a free tool, doesn't cost you anything, you don't need to sign up for anything, but basically what this does is this gives you the autocomplete type stuff also, but it kind of compiles it as well. So we're leaning on that a lot if you notice. Like we're using that here. We're using the autocomplete on site, on YouTube, on Google. We're also using the autocomplete stuff inside of TubeBuddy as well, so that we can lean on this stuff, because these are the reason this is so good to lean on is because this is specific stuff that people are looking for. So in this particular case, let's say that we're also going to go to fishing tips again, right? And I have the YouTube tab selected there, and I think I'm going to get a pop-up here any moment now. So here, as we scroll down the page, there's that pop-up I was waiting for, so you don't need to sign up or anything like that. But basically, this gave me 528 keyword selected ideas based on fishing tips, okay? So what this is doing for me is this is saying, like, Atlantic salmon fishing tips, bass fishing tips, and as I scroll down through here, it's just giving me tons and tons and tons in alphabetical order, tons and tons and tons of ideas of different things that people are looking for. So that can be extremely valuable as well for helping you come up with video ideas. And in addition to this, and this one's going to sound, you're going to be like, gosh, why didn't I think of this once I show you this? But you also have Pinterest, right? Pinterest, the place where everybody goes and they just pin, like, you know, cool living rooms and like recipes and, you know, stuff like that. When you go to Pinterest, you're going to see, you know, you can just straight up type YouTube video ideas, right? And a lot of this that's going to come up is going to be like specifically YouTube based, but here you can have like, you see like lifestyle blog posts, right? Different ideas, favorite products of the month, advice on a particular relationship, what's in your bag, what inspires you, all of that stuff if you're doing vlog style stuff. This one here is just a list of general video ideas. So if you're doing gaming, you can play a game, you can do a live stream, review a game, top 10 game list, preview a game, game comparisons, all of that stuff, to where just by researching for a second on Pinterest, all I did was put in YouTube video ideas. If I'm a gamer, I've got 140 ideas to deal with here. If I'm a lifestyle blogger, I've got a bunch of ideas here. I could personally use this stuff for my channel right over here on the left, but you can always also lean on like gear, the gear you're using and stuff like that. And you can also, you know, lean on any of this stuff for the purpose of video ideas. Now, in addition to that, and real quick, also make sure that if you are, if you have any questions, because the Q&A part is coming up here in just a minute, so we can really fine-tune your the video ideas for you. But that part's coming up here in a second, so make sure that if you have any questions that you go ahead and drop it into the form that is in the description of this video right now. But with this, basically, The whole idea is to lean on these tools, lean on TubeBuddy, lean on the other ones that I showed you, lean on the Autocomplete for the sake of making videos around what people are actually looking for. That's why this is so important, making videos around what people are looking for. Because a lot of times when I look at channels, you know, because on my live streams every Saturday, you know, I'm pulling up channels, channel after channel after channel after channel, and a lot of times what I'll see is I will see that I just realized I forgot to put on my my backlight here, but a lot of times what you'll see is you will see that people will be using titles like My Trip to the Mall and things like that. And that's not really something that's going to get you discovered per se, right? However, if you are titling all of your content, every single piece of content that you put out, you title that around, you build your video ideas around the topics that people are specifically searching for, around things that people are specifically wanting to know, you definitely need to make sure that you are, for the sake of long-term traffic and discovery, you need to make sure that you're titling your videos and making your video topics around things that people are specifically looking for on YouTube, on Google, on the internet in general. So Sparkle always, you actually want to put that in a in the form that isn't down in the description. It's absolutely free to ask questions, but we're not pulling them from chat. We're actually pulling them from the form that is down in the description below this video. And I think Andrew's been posting it from time to time in the chat as well. And Andrew also mentioned that this will be available if you missed any of the beginning part of this about coming up with video ideas. This is also going to be available for replay once the stream is complete. So make sure that you go back and you watch that beginning part as well. So another thing that you can use to come up with video ideas is, of course, you can poll your community, right? You can poll your community and you can say, you know, if you have a channel that has the size to where you can get like a community tab, you can literally drop a poll in there. You can drop a poll in your cards. And you can say, you know, hey, you know, let me know what, out of these particular videos, what would you like to see the most, right? Your community will respond. You can also lean on comments. You can ask people in videos. You can say, hey, you know, in this particular video, this, that, and the other thing. But at the end of the video, say, hey, let me know every single video. Let me know what video you'd like me to make next, or if there's a specific video that you would like me to make next, let me know in the comments, and I'll see if I can add it to my list, right? And then what happens is you're basically crowdsourcing your video ideas by asking people at the end of all of your videos to suggest the videos that they would like you to make. Now, what you don't want to do is you do not, and I see this happen too, and you want to avoid this one at all costs. What you do not want to do is you do not want to go onto your you do not want to go onto your channel, and you do not want to make a video, and in that video you say, hey guys, I don't really know what to make a video about, so if you could let me know what it is that you want me to make a video about, right? You don't want to do that. I see that all the time. So you want to make sure that you have a defined plan, right? You say, hey, this is my plan. This is a general idea of the topics that I'm going to be making my videos around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to search all of these different ways that people may be looking for the specific niche that I'm looking at, or that I'm in, and all the things related to my niche. And then I'm going to start knocking it out and making videos around those specific topics. So now we are going to get into the Q&A portion of this. It looks like we have 20 questions in here right now. So we're going to play 20 questions, but it looks like we have 20 questions in here now, so we are going to go ahead and get into that. If you have not put your question in yet, make sure that you go ahead and drop that in the description of this video right now. Andrew has been posting a link to it in the chat right here as well. So if you haven't yet, make sure that you go ahead and put your question in that form so I can hopefully get to yours as well. So because we got a decent amount of time here. I left a decent amount of time for the Q&A so we can get to your questions specifically. Okay, so let me get this back to the main. Boom. Okay, so the very first question that we have here is, I'm a small YouTube channel and I make gaming tutorials, but I don't have any idea what kind of video I should do next. Please help. GamingYT, the best thing that I can recommend to you is that you follow the steps that I just mentioned. So in your specific case, I just showed that that one thing that was on Pinterest, right? I'll actually pull it up on my screen again real quick because I believe that I still have it open, and I do not, so I was wrong on that one. I apologize. Hold on. Yeah, I don't have it open. But basically, you can go to Pinterest and just type in YouTube video ideas, and in that particular search query, you're going to see one thing that says 140 video ideas for gamers, right? Go and watch, or go and look at that specific one. Actually, I don't think it was 140 for gamers, but there was a chunk in there for gamers. So in your specific case, you could do Let's Plays, of course. You could do like a top 10, whatever, like top 10 games list, top 10 parts of a particular game list, top 10 things to accomplish in a particular list. Gord Eisman in the house, what is going on? Dr. Stan Ekberg in the house, what is going on with you as well? But yeah, you can also do like how to beat a specific part of a game, how to beat a specific part of a game in under X amount of time, right? To where you speed up the video a little bit or something like that. So what you want to lean on is you want to lean on things that people would be searching for around the specific game that you are playing. Next up on the list, question is, no, I got that one already. Hold on. Whoa, questions are rolling in now. Look at that. Okay. USNERDOC, what is going on? Nice to see you in here. Nice to see you drop a question in the box here. So in your case here, you're asking, I'm starting to use the new mobile version of TubeBuddy and keep track of future video ideas, which works great for those ideas that you get on the fly. Are there any other tools that you would recommend to keep and develop ideas? Absolutely. So a few things that are fantastic for keeping track of your video ideas is one, of course, the TubeBuddy video planner it's kind of like an all-encompassing thing for you in terms of keeping track of your video ideas. Because I'm in Trello a lot anyway, because I do a lot of my management stuff inside of Trello. But because I'm in Trello a lot anyway, I actually have an idea board there and a content calendar inside of Trello. So that's a great tool, Trello.com. You may also want to look at Google Keep. Google Keep is also fantastic, and Evernote is also fantastic. Like, as an example, actually it's over there, so I can't grab it, but as an example, like, I have an Evernote file that's just a checklist, and then I've got like 300 and something video ideas in there. So like, if I don't have, something that I'm like, okay, hey, I want to make a video about this, then I can just go over and just open that up, and I've got like 300 and something video ideas, just random ideas that I can pull from that list as well. So Evernote is fantastic for that, and you get the little checklist so you can mark them off so you feel like you're accomplishing stuff as you get through the different video ideas. Let's see here. Dr. Ekberg says, if you want your channel to be related to other channels, but they don't make searchable titles and tags, is there a way to do this? If you're wanting your content to be related next to other channels, the best thing that you can do is you want to, people leave out the channel keywords when they're thinking about this, but you want to relate your entire channel to similarly to that channel as well. So if you're targeting a specific channel, which I wouldn't even recommend doing this per se, but if you're going to try to target a specific channel, try to duplicate, don't copy, use this loosely here, but basically adjust your like channel keywords and stuff like that, where there's a lot of similarities there when you're uploading your videos. Make sure that, well, see if they're not using titles and tags, then you don't really have anything to connect to. Well, you do if they have titles and they have tags, but they're not necessarily searchable. Then you have to weigh out if it's more valuable for you to try to go to pull suggested traffic off of them, or to try to rank your videos in search as well. What I would do is I would adjust my tags to actually connect to them, but I don't recommend doing this because you're basically putting all of your efforts and all of your juice, so to speak, on trying to pull from that one channel. And that's just not a good way to, that's just not a good approach, so to speak. But if you were wanting to do it, you could do that, and then make similar titles and optimize your metadata in a similar way as they do, and keep making similar type content as far as the topics that they're talking about, and then YouTube will find its way. It might take you, one video, or it might take you 50 videos, but eventually YouTube will end up connecting the two, because a lot of people that are looking at their stuff, if it's the same type of content, will also be looking at your stuff, and then because of that, you'll end up getting crossover audiences by the algorithm that'll give that to you. Okay. Patia Potenciendote. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm looking for ideas about how to show more than just a head talking. Okay, so in that particular case, if you're trying to show more than just a head talking, what I would do is I would use graphics. I would use stock videos, stock photos. You can use Adobe Stock. That costs money. You're going to pay per image. You can get a membership to Video Blocks. It's like $100 and something a year, and you can use as much stock footage out of there as you want to. They also have like After Effects files and stuff like that. But you can use that stock footage as B-roll, which is basically fancy industry jargon for additional footage, so that you have your particular track down here on the bottom where you are talking about whatever it is that you're talking about. It's actually your presentation. And then on top of that, as you're talking about a specific thing, like let's say that during your conversation you were talking about windmills as an example, then you can actually go download some of their stock on windmills, and you could actually show a stock video that somebody else has already recorded that's available for download. You can show that stock windmill footage on top of your video. Now, another thing with that is you also have, gosh, what's it called? There's one called like Pixel something, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. But with that particular one, that's actually like free photos and stuff to use. But be careful with that, just because people can upload there and all that, and you don't know 100% that it's not a copyright protected image. So just be careful with that. If you're not actually paying for the licenses, you got to be really, really careful with what it is that you're using. But yeah, using graphics, using videos, and using stock photos, all of that is a fantastic way to spice up your talking head videos. Look, I'm a talking head. Okay. When I think of talking head, it makes me think of South Park for whatever reason. Okay. Dr. Eckberg says, comment suggestion in video topic planner. Is there a term that triggers TB to put it in this section so we can tell people to add that to their question? Not all requests were in this section. To my understanding, I don't think it's actually a trigger word. I think it's more of you hitting the option, the little TubeBuddy thing next to the comment, and actually adding it from there. So I don't think it's an actual trigger. I think you have to actually, Andrew can actually confirm this. Pexels, that's it. That's the site. Thank you, Andrew. P-E-X-E-L-S is the free site there. But yeah, Andrew can confirm or deny this. But to add that comment to your video topics, you actually select it from the little icon there, and then you actually add it via that little TubeBuddy icon that's next to it. And he's saying right here, go to the comment moderation, then on the comment in the comments, there's an option on the TubeBuddy drop-down menu. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Okay, YouTube Got Talent. Cool, like the name. I have 0 out of 19 creators suggested and can't pass 10,000 views. I used to have 2 million views per day. Please help. Wow. You know, I'd actually have to look at your channel for that. But if you're not getting any suggested traffic, I would try to make sure that you are, or nothing's actually showing up in suggested, then I would make sure that you're building your content around series. Because if you're not getting suggested next to your own content, then that's basically meaning that people aren't clicking on your own stuff next to your videos. So because of that, your videos are being demoted by the algorithm, which is also causing you not to get suggested, you know, on other videos because they're being proven to not be clicked on. So, so one thing I would do is I would take a really strong, hard look at your thumbnails. TubeBuddy actually has an A/B testing feature, which is absolutely amazing to make sure that you're using the right thumbnails and that people are responding to them the way that you think they are. If you're not using that, then you're kind of crazy, so to speak, because the TubeBuddy, if you have that data to lean on, then you know for a fact what's working versus what you think is working, and it'll actually surprise you sometimes. But in addition to that, make sure that you're also building all of your content around series. So make sure all of your playlists are series playlists, because then they're more likely to get suggested next to your current videos also. All right, number 7, Clash Terroid Gaming. How often should I make YouTube videos? As much as possible, as much as fits into your life, depending on the goals that you have and what it is that you're trying to accomplish. I make animation videos, takes approximately 5 hours. I thought of doing it each Saturday. How is that idea? Fantastic. What I would recommend is going at least once a week. The more that you can go, the better off you're going to be, as long as people are watching your videos. So what I mean by that is, right now, if you are just in the process of, hey, I'm starting my YouTube channel, I am, you know, trying to get this whole thing going, So I want to put out videos, but I'm not really sure how people are responding to them yet. What you want to do is you want to spend time initially. You want to start slow so that you put out content and you can actually see how people are responding to that content. By slow, I mean like a video a week, 2 videos a week, because you want to go at a decent pace so you can get data faster. But what you want to do is you want to say, okay, I'm going to put out this content, and then I'm going to look and see how people are responding to it. I'm going to look at my audience retention reports inside of my YouTube analytics, and I'm going to see where people are dropping off. I'm going to see what my average percentage viewed is. I'm going to see what I can do to actually make that better. Once you fine-tune it to where you're getting a decent viewer retention on your videos, like at least 50% on like an 8-minute video at the very least. Like when you're getting retention like that, then you can say, okay, one, I'm going to keep trying to get it better, but in the meantime of trying to get that better, I'm going to start upping my production schedule so that I can start, putting out more content and getting more response for what it is that I'm doing. And then if it takes you 5 hours a day to do animation videos, if you get it to where people are responding to your content, you're getting a lot of views, really I would ramp that up to as much as you can take within reason, but keep in mind that YouTube is a long game. So, hey, no problem, YouTube got talent. So keep in mind that YouTube is a long game, so you want to make sure that you don't burn yourself out. You want to make sure that you don't start making so much content that 3 months down the road you're like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. This is just too much. I can't do it, right? So what you want to do is you want to say, okay, first I'm going to go with once a week. Once I learn how to actually build my, get people through my content in terms of my audience retention, then I'm going to upload it twice a week. Then I'm going to start it 3 times a week. And I'm going to ride that out for like a month, maybe 2 months. And I'm going to ride out that 3 times per week schedule. And then I'm going to drop in like a 4th. And I'm going to see how well I can handle that. And then you just keep building from there based on what's going on. And as your channel grows, you're also going to get a lot more busy around the things that are going on in your channel if your channel starts to do well. Yeah, and Andrew's also saying you can also record multiple videos at once, which will help too. But I'm not sure on the animation side of things how much that's going to help. But I'm not sure if he was actually talking to that question in the first place. Okay, so Tony FPB says, how can I use the auto completion for locations video from my drone? I'm not always sure about the correct title. So if you're making drone videos, which high five to you, by the way, I love, and fist bump. I love, I have a Mavic Pro, absolutely love that thing. I don't fly it as much as I should actually, and I delayed buying that thing for like a year, and once I got it, I was like, why did I not get this a year ago? It's just an absolute pleasure. I love flying that thing around. But anyway, for using the autocomplete for locations for your drone video, what I would do is I would look at the specific location. Like here, I'm actually going to do I'll just do a quick look here, and we will do drone. Okay, like if I use Cincinnati as an example again, then like when I start to type that in, I say drone Cincinnati, and I see drone Cincinnati, Cincinnati drone footage, drone over Cincinnati. So those are just 3 options right there if you were making videos in Cincinnati, and then you could break that down like per area and things like that, all within Cincinnati, and you could dig around, and it might take you a while to actually come up with all of the topics, but you could dig around and try to come up with those based on that specific location. And I just completely lost the Google Doc here. Give me 1 second. There it is. Okay, got it. Let's see here. I got a Mavic Pro, says Midnight Madness 4x4. That's awesome. I bet with the 4x4 stuff, I bet that comes out pretty awesome. Let's see here. Okay, next question on the list here. We have Beanie Draws dropping questions in the chat right here. What's up, Beanie Draws? So, and real quick, for anybody that's just coming in here, we're talking about video ideas. We're answering YouTube questions, things like that, trying to basically help share some knowledge, help share any information that we can about, what you can do to improve on your YouTube channel, or to make, anything that TubeBuddy can do to help make your job easier on YouTube. So if you are just coming into here, we're doing a Q&A. I'm actually up to 45 questions in here right now, but if you have a question that you want answered, go ahead and drop it in there, and hopefully, as I cruise through these, I'll try to get through them a little bit quicker, that hopefully we can get to your question as well. But the link to that is down in the description, and Andrew just dropped it in the chat as well. So definitely make sure that you drop your question in there, and thanks for hanging out. And make sure that you hang out for the rest of the stream, because as I answer these questions, this is typically the most valuable part of these live streams, because, you know, as people ask these questions, you know, they tend to have similar themes to similar problems that a lot of people have. So definitely make sure that that you're listening up. Okay, Beanie Draws. In terms of trending topics and timing, Jurassic World has announced an augmented reality mobile game coming out in a month. Awesome. And I coincidentally planned a similar themed art video. Do you think it's better to publish now, despite the game not releasing yet, or should I wait until the game is released and publish then and ride that trend train while it's current? What I would do in that case, if you know the exact date that it's going to be coming out, I would wait until about 7 days before that. Maybe like 4 days before it comes out. I would stay on top of it in terms of watching what is going on with, you know, with other people in your industry and stuff like that, to see if other people are going to be hopping on it a little bit earlier, but I would keep my finger on the pulse, so to speak. And then I would put it out, you know, like 4 days earlier, maybe a week earlier, so that you can get it right as it's coming out. You've already got a little bit of watch time accumulated on your video. You've already found like a nice position somewhere on YouTube, and hopefully you can get sucked into the suggested areas of some strong videos for that. Dylan's Woodworks says, can you show how to incorporate the TubeBuddy profiles templates and what you were talking about, tabs, topics, etc.? I love templates. TubeBuddy rocks. So for that, Andrew might want to make a tutorial for it. Maybe I'll make a tutorial for that on my channel, because right now, like, I'm going through the actual questions, and to actually show that setup would take a little bit of time. So I'll actually mark that on my video idea list. Maybe Andrew will mark it on theirs as well as something to make a video about in the future, to show you, not just if you love templates, you know, maybe I can actually do one about showing you how to incorporate the TubeBuddy profiles into what it is, and also maybe, you know, like making templates for your video editing to speed up that kind of stuff, video templates, or templates for your video scripts and stuff like that. That might be useful for you as well. So yeah, that's definitely noted. Thank you for that video idea. Nigel Ryder says, I'm still not understanding keywords or video SEO, especially when I see someone who does very little in the way of SEO. Their channel has grown as an epic rate and mine is not. Okay, so the first thing, Nigel, that you want to try to avoid is you want to try to, of course, you want to reverse engineer what other channels are doing, but if they're your competition, but at the same time, you don't want to compare what's going on in your channel versus what's going on another channel, because you don't have access to their data. What I mean by that is you don't have access to the back end. You don't have access to their analytics to see what's actually going on. You don't know where they're getting traffic from. You don't know if they're doing a lot of like blog outreach, to where they are, you know, contacting external websites and forums to get traffic coming in, and, you know, getting their stuff posted there. You don't know if they're buying ads for their videos. You don't know if they're if they have a YouTuber buddy that's sending them traffic, right? There's a lot of different aspects of this stuff that are unknown when you're looking at a channel from the outside. So until you get that type of information on the other channel, then it can drive you crazy if you are constantly doing that comparison thing. So if they are not doing much in terms of SEO, then my guess would be, if they're growing a lot faster than you are, their thumbnails are probably better and their titles are probably better, which is generating more clicks on their stuff, and then their audience retention is probably better or similar to what yours is. And because they're generating more clicks than you are, then that's probably helping them get more attention, and they might also be generating subscribers better than you are. They might be actually converting the viewers into subscribers at a better rate than you are, which would also make their channel grow faster than yours. So there's a lot of different elements with that, but unless you actually get access to the back end of their channel, there's no way to tell from the outside. Well, in some cases there are, but in most cases there's not. Okay. Okay, let's see here. The Josie Show, thanks for dropping your question in here. The Josie Show says, I wanted to know how I can gain more exposure. Amsterdam is a very populated city, and many tags are already being used and are rated as poor. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to keep adding words. You want to make, so like as an example, if it was like things to do in Amsterdam, right? So in your specific case, if you're going after things to do in Amsterdam, but it's just completely dominated by channels that you may have difficulty ranking against, then in that particular case, you might want to go a little bit longer in the phrase that you're looking for. So it might be, you know, things to do in Amsterdam in this particular district, or things to do in Amsterdam during high season, things to do in Amsterdam that less touristy things to do in Amsterdam, or, you know, something like that, to where you go for a less competitive term, but you're still, you know, you're still trying to squeeze in somewhere around that term, so that hopefully, you know, wherever it is that you happen to rank for that video is one thing, but hopefully that since you're going around a similar topic, that you'll also be pulling in traffic from those other videos that are ranking for those specific terms. Stickyards Z says, how to get my channel searchable and how to get tags for my channel. Okay, so to get tags for your channel, you have to go into your Creator Studio admin, basically the back end of your YouTube channel, your admin side of your YouTube channel, and then you want to go over to your channel tab. Once you're in your channel tab, you want to go down to Advanced, and then on Advanced, then you're going to see the option there for your channel tags. So what you want to do in that area is you want to pick like 10 to 12 tags that basically describe what your channel is about. So think about it in terms of, put some in there, like actually like, you know, short phrases that people might actually be searching for that are directly related. Spend some time on this too. But tags that are specifically related to things that people are searching for, and then also mix in a few general tags in terms of the specific topic or specific topic sets that you're making your content on. All right, Shelly saves the day, like that. Tell you what, I need your phone number, so so if I'm having a bad day, I can call you and you can be like, "Don't fret, Shelly's here to save the day." Okay, I have a variety channel and I make videos on beauty and how to start a YouTube channel and do editing. Nice. Besides creating a how to do a beauty channel niche, how can I merge my two channel interests and not alienate the other side of my audience? One is beauty, the other seems to be heavily dominated by male viewers and are all about video editing. Yeah, that's the thing. If you are, there's a few different ways to do this. One is if you are going to make a channel on beauty, right? With all of this, if you're going to make a channel on any specific topic, it's important that you keep that target viewer in mind, right? You say, this is the person or the type of person or the group of people that I'm actually trying to get my videos in front of. So I'm going to make all of the content on my channel specifically match the interests of this particular group. In your case, you're diluting that because you are trying to do both on the one channel. What I would recommend that you do is I would say I would do one channel for your beauty stuff and then do another channel that is more on the editing stuff. And the reason for this is because, okay, let's say, and you probably know this already, which is why you worded your question the way that you did, as far as alienating the other side of the audience. But what happens, and the reason that this is so important, is because let's say that a majority of your audience is there for the video editing, and they are primarily male. And you put out your videos on, you know, how to do your, you know, the best mascara or something like that. I don't know what topic you cover for makeup, but you put it out for that, and that doesn't directly apply to the people that are to the majority of the people that are subscribed on your channel. So what happens is, when your video goes live, those notification emails go out. They click on that email and they see, oh, okay, well, this channel just uploaded a video, but I'm definitely not going to watch this video on foundation or on mascara on my face. That doesn't even apply to me. So click, I'm going to close that. So what is happening in that particular instance is you are basically not getting those extra viewers in to increase the view velocity on your video when you publish, which helps YouTube push your content out more as soon as it goes out. Now, another place that's going to hurt you is when you publish that video, you're also going to get it to where your video, or maybe a whole playlist of your videos, are going to show up on a homepage with that video being the most current, saying that, hey, this has got a little new tag next to it, and this is something that, you know, is from a channel that you subscribe to. Well, they're going to see that as well, and that's another thing they're not going to click on, which means that since they're not clicking on that, that YouTube is going to demote that and show it to less and less of your subscribers. Same exact thing happens when they are showing it in your suggested sidebar, and they're saying, hey, Shelly Saves the Day just put out a new video. It's got the little new tag, but it's about mascara, so a majority of your audience is not, okay, a majority of your audience is not, a majority of your audience is not Yeah, this is funny. Yeah, Nick. Okay, this is good stuff. Okay, so a majority of your audience, right, is not clicking on that if it's about editing, and this works in reverse too. If a majority of your audience is in the beauty space, but because the majority of the people that are into your channel enough to actually subscribe to it are not responding to that content, what is happening there is you're basically putting in negative signals, saying that even the people that are specifically interested enough to subscribe to my channel are not interested in this particular content. So because of that, it actually hurts the promotion of your channel. So what I would do is I would separate that, and I would say, hey, this one's going to be all beauty stuff. From this point forward, it doesn't have to be all of it, but from this point forward, then all of the editing stuff is also going to be on this channel, or all of the how to YouTube stuff is going to be on this other channel. And another thing where you're hurting yourself there is, let's say that I watch one of your editing videos, right? Because I'm into that, right? So I'm in there, I'm looking at like, oh, hey, yeah, I didn't know how to do that, like push, spin, transition thing. That's pretty cool. I want to learn how to do that. And I go and I watch that video, and I'm like, wow, this is really cool. I'm going to go to her channel, and I'm going to see what other content she has on her channel page that I can watch, so I can make the decision on if this is a one-off video and this is just one editing video, or if she's got a whole bunch of other editing videos. If I go to your channel page and you have a whole bunch of content that is all about editing, then it's like, okay, hey, I'm interested in everything that's happening here. Subscribe, and I'm actually going to click the bell notification because I loved that tutorial. However, if I just watch an editing video, I go to your channel, and then the very top playlist that I see is your beauty playlist, then I'm going to say, huh, okay, well, I guess this is a one-off video. I'm out of here, right? So in addition to sending those other negative signals into YouTube, you're also hurting your view to subscribe ratio because you're having that inconsistency with all the people that are experiencing your content. I know that was a little long-winded, but hopefully that was. I just wanted to make sure that I explained that properly. But hopefully that was what you were looking for there. Okay, let's grab another question here. I had to refresh this. LOL Tiny, what does the QT stand for? I missed something. Absolutely missed something. I'm not sure what the QT stands for, but hey, that's okay. Cutie, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, somebody's gonna have to fill me in on what that. Somebody's gonna have to fill me in on what that's about. Oh, good stuff. Love it. Maybe it's the mascara thing. Hey, here's a little side thing for you while I'm looking for this next question, because I had to refresh the page. Is my very first video. I was so terrified of making content on video, putting myself on video, that my very first video I actually covered my face in foundation. I actually used like concealer under my eyes and used concealer around my nose right here to cover up, because I got a little red. I'm a human being, and I have a little bit of red here. So I actually used concealer and foundation on my face to give myself like a nice even skin tone and all of that stuff, so that oh, okay, got it, Andrew. But yeah, I used that because I thought, I saw that they did it on news channels and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, it'll kind of even me out and all that stuff. But I was so terrified of what people would think that I did that. So, but now, I mean, clearly I don't care. But at the time, I was scared to go on video for that first video. Okay, Aviok says, I use OBS to live stream. Me too, live stream with OBS right now, but it lags and disconnects occasionally. How do I make my streams better quality? Okay, the very first thing you want to keep in mind for your live streaming is you want to keep in mind that you want to make sure that the frame size that you're putting out, that means the actual space of the video. The very first thing to experiment with is taking it from a 1920 by 1080 frame down to a 1280 by 720 frame, so that you're streaming through less data. In addition to that, you can also play with your bit rates, and you can also look at your actual computer speed and see what it is that you're actually trying to do inside of OBS. Like if you have a bunch of different scenes going and it's trying to keep track of all of this stuff, then it's going to be harder on your computer than if you just have like, a couple scenes or a couple different things that you're switching back around through. So so for that, very first thing is I would reduce your frame size. Second, I would mess with your bit rates. Third, I would look at the processor on your computer. And fourth, of course, you want to make sure that you are testing your internet speed, as well. Travis Craft in the house. What is going on? Nice to see you. What's up, technical tips? Okay, so next up on the list here, I'm going to pop out a few more of these, and let's see here. I'm a school student. I study from 5 a.m. in the morning to 7 p.m. in the evening. Good. Good. It's good for your brain. I don't get enough time to do YouTube stuff. What shall I do? Should I do some other leaving my animation channel stale till I get enough time, or just continue animations however I make just one video per week? Just stick with making one video a week. Right now, if you're a school student, it's important that that's your priority. And then from there, you know, once you get that out of the way, then you can kind of adjust from there. But because you are a student, I would focus most of your efforts on what's going on there. And if that means you're only putting out a video a week, that's totally cool. Focus on, you know, on your education. And then once you get your education out of the way, then see what you can do with YouTube. Techno Vampire Games. Love the name. Is it a good idea to change topics of the video once in a while? Like, I have a gaming channel, so can I make a video about something else once in a while? Thanks in advance. Absolutely. You know, it's actually healthy to experiment. One, just to see what your audience responds to. Because you don't know, like right now you're making gaming videos, but if you make a, you know, hey, this is I just wanted to show you around my town videos while I talk about games, you still want to keep it consistent in that regard in terms of their interest. But it's like, hey, I'm going to show you around town, and I'm going to just talk about games while I'm running around my town. So if, let's say you play GTA, right? Then you can go around and you could say, you know, hey, you know, here I am in front of this, you know, this is our famous water tower or whatever. And when I'm playing GTA, I start thinking about, this water tower, and I just think it would be funny, you know, if somebody, well, no, this is actually, because I was talking about GTA, I'm actually going to take that down the wrong rabbit hole, so I won't go into that, but you know, you can lean on things around your area, just to talk about. You don't even have to lean on things around your area. You can just sit down somewhere and talk about, you know, your games, do some type of commentary or something like that without actually playing the game, for the sake of connecting with your audience, for the sake of seeing what you can get away with, and for the sake of refreshing your brain if you're always putting out the same type of content. All right. Next up on the list, Monkey5108 says, how many views do you need to get to get at least a penny? It depends on the rate that you are getting. Okay, We Are World Music. Does it get easier after 100 subs? If so, why? No, definitely does not get easier after 100 subs. What I can tell you is this. The whole thing about, you know, this number of subscribers equals this much effort in terms of how much easier it gets. That's not necessarily true. Here's what is true. Is if you have 5 videos on your channel, you have 5 videos that are working for you around the clock, that are pushing, that are increasing your views, increasing your subscribers, increasing everything that's going on around your channel. If you have 500 videos on your channel, then you just amplified that by 100 times. So if let's say that you're getting 100 views a day off of those 5 videos, then amplify that 100 times when you have 500, right? And in addition to that, it would actually be a lot more. It's actually exponential, because what happens is, as your content library grows, as long as you're optimizing all your videos for search and as long as you're doing things correctly, then as your content library grows, you have all this humongous backlog behind every single video that you upload. So while you're uploading that video and you're getting that initial push on that video, and that video is trying to be placed wherever inside of YouTube and all of that, all of those videos that are behind you are still working for you, still pushing traffic to the front as new viewers come in and things like that. So it's not necessarily that it gets easier after a certain number. It's just the fact that you have a lot more content that is actually supporting what it is that you are what it is that you're now doing. Aaron Jemison says, smash that like button. Absolutely. And I also want to say that, yes, if you're enjoying this chat, if you enjoyed the chat, make sure that you go ahead and smash the, go ahead and hit that like button, and make sure that, because right now I actually have to hop on a podcast with Owen Video. It's called the Business of Video Podcast. We're running it on Facebook, so you can head over to Facebook and just go to like facebook.com/OwenVideoX, and you can join in that stream that's going to be happening here in about 7 minutes. But in the meantime, I want to say thank you so much for everybody that has hung out for this live stream. I hope you learned something. I hope that you got some type of value out of this. If you are just coming into the stream and you missed the video idea part, definitely, as soon as this stream is over, it's going to be available on the channel. So definitely make sure that you go to the replay of this video and you watch the front part of this video so you can learn how to get an endless amount of video ideas, regardless of the type of content that you create on your channel. If you do not have TubeBuddy installed yet, it is an extremely powerful tool that's going to help you in every aspect of your YouTube channel, including coming up with video ideas. So make sure that you install that through the link down in the description below. And for anybody that's in here that doesn't know this yet, because it's all over the place now, but TubeBuddy now has a mobile app. So if you do not have this installed yet, make sure that you get this mobile app installed so you can do a lot of this stuff while you are on the go, while you're out in the world doing whatever it is that you're doing. This will also help you manage your channel, and this gives you some additional data at your fingertips that you actually have to figure out typically. As an example, you know, they tell you your engagement rate, they tell you your view to subscribe ratio on videos and things like that that you normally have to figure out manually. With their app, now you have this stuff covered. So if you haven't yet, make sure that you install this. You can do it through the link in the description, or you can just go to the Apple Store and you can go ahead and download this there. So again, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you, Andrew, for moderating the chat like a rock star. Completely handled it, completely holding it down. Thank you so much for that. Thank you everybody that has had threw your questions out and all that stuff. I hope you found some value. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.